Ayo, it's Jay with Real Ninja Finance back again. And today we're going to be talking about why marriage is a lot better than what the internet be making it seem. So dating and mating and talking about women, talking about men, all this is huge on the internet, especially on the black side of the internet for reasons unbeknownst to me, because I think it's way cooler stuff to occupy your time with than dating and mating stuff. That type of content is lame to me, but that's neither here nor there. Every time I come across people talking about marriage, it's always the downsides of it. Now, as somebody who is married, I'm gonna tell you the pros of it. Now, this is in no way, shape, or form meant to try and sway you towards wanting to get married or anything like that. Personally, I don't really care what you do. Do what you want to do, live how you want to live. I'm just putting something out there so some pro-marriage content can be on the internet, because nobody really break it down from like the positives of it. It's always the negatives of it and the negatives of divorce. That's all I ever see when some type of content like that come across my timeline, which I don't know how it even does because I don't watch that type of stuff. But whatever, let's get into it. So one of the most beneficial components of being married is the economic benefits. I know it sounds crazy, but there are a lot of economic benefits when it comes to marriage, and these have been studied at length. The only time people ever mention economics that I've seen when it comes to marriage is when they're talking about how so many marriages end in divorce because of finances. That's true as well, but so many marriages don't because of finances. Because look, when you marry, you're going to have income and employment benefits. Now, what do I mean by that? So for one, you got dual income. One of the most obvious financial benefits is the potential for dual income, which can increase purchasing power and facilitate better saving and investment plans. Now, I know there might be some women that turn their nose up at the thought of dual income because they might have a fantasy that the husband is just going to work and they're just going to do whatever it is they do. But in reality, most marriages don't work like that. And in fact, this country don't even work like that. Capitalism don't even work like that. The reality is, in 2023 and beyond, most women work, and they will continue to do so because that's just how the system is set up. And I would argue that single women work a lot harder than married women because they're going at it by themselves with no support. Now, also, we got stable employment. Research has suggested that married men in particular are often viewed as more stable and reliable, which can lead to better job opportunities. And this is true because once you get married, or just even a serious relationship for that matter, your circle starts changing. You start prioritizing different things. Like your girl, she don't want you hanging out with Jerome no more because Jerome be where the hoes be. And she know Jerome ain't really got nothing going on, so she telling you need to dead that relationship because she invested too much time in you for you to still be doing the same stuff y'all was doing 10 years ago. And the same thing applies to her too, because you don't want her hanging out with Keisha bum ass no more. Because she done told you all Keisha's whole stories. She done told you all Keisha's problems with niggas. And if you got half a brain, you know birds of a feather flock together. So if she wasn't already, then it's only a matter of time before she on some whole shit hanging out on Keisha. Because Keisha be where Jerome be. And you know how Jerome get down. So y'all just naturally end up elevating each other. Shit, it's what Neo said. I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. Baby, I'm good all by myself, but baby, you make me better. You make me better. It's really like that. Y'all make each other better for real. Then, from another economics perspective, we got taxation, joint filing. In many jurisdictions, the tax system is literally designed to favor married couples who can file their taxes jointly, which leads to additional tax breaks. And then you got things like inheritance tax. Married couples often benefit from far more favorable inheritance tax treatment. Now, what I mean by this is, say you're not married and you die. Well, anything that you have, especially if it's property or anything substantial, any type of assets, if you don't have any named beneficiaries, and sometimes even if you do, all that is still going to have to go through probate court. And your beneficiaries might get finessed by lawyers. The property might get sold for pennies on the dollar to somebody like me who comes in as a wholesaler and tries to help your situation because they don't know what they were doing. And if you're married and you die, pretty much all the assets are just going to go to the spouse because it's both of y'all's anyway. And then another economic benefit is the risk and insurance. So what I mean by this is we got risk diversification. If one of y'all lose y'all job or incurs some type of substantial financial loss, the other partner's income can act as a cushion for that. And then you got health insurance. So, spousal benefits often include the ability to be included in a partner's health insurance plan, sometimes at a lower cost than individual plans. So y'all might both have good jobs, but one job might have way better insurance, so y'all can both get on that way better plan. And this applies to any kids you might have as well. And then savings and investments are also very important when it comes to being married because economies of scale is a real thing. This basically means that sharing living costs such as rent, utilities, and groceries can reduce individual financial burden. So now you have a partner that can help you significantly reduce your expenses because you're combining a lot of stuff, and you can significantly scale your savings and investment portfolios because now you have a dual income instead of just your own, which can also lead to better investment opportunities. You know, a stable, dual income household usually has access to better credit, which facilitates investments like home ownership, which can be a long-term financial play that significantly benefits to both of you guys. Also, when you combine households, you're combining net worths usually too. So you might have a net worth as say 100,000 on your own, and then you get married and now you got a net worth of 300,000. So boom, now y'all are accredited investors, and now y'all have access to way more than you would have had individually. And if we talk about Social Security and retirement, you know, we got spousal benefits. You know, spouses might have entitlements to certain benefits from their partner's contributions, even if they haven't contributed themselves. Now, this is dope because one person can hold the other person down while they stay at home watching the kids or something like that. And when it comes to retirement accounts, you know, spousal IRAs allow a working spouse to contribute to a non-working spouse's retirement account, which offers even more opportunity for savings and investment growth. It's really the ultimate business partnership that you can be in. Now, another economic perspective is intergenerational wealth and child rearing. You know, a spouse can offer labor in terms of childcare that, if outsourced, could be a significant financial drain. The cost of daycare is ridiculous. The cost of nannies is ridiculous. But if you marry, at least you have the option that one of y'all can stay home and watch the kids and not have that crazy expenditure. But if you're single and you're going at it by yourself and you don't have help from your parents or somebody to watch the kids, then a huge part of your income is going to be going to daycare. And there's also educational advantages. You know, dual income or higher income households can afford better educational opportunities for their children, which can have long-term financial benefits. Now, I'm not saying married couples don't send their kids to public schools, but with a dual income, you have a way better chance at affording private school than you can if you were just doing it by yourself, most likely. Now, outside of economic benefits, we also got emotional and health benefits. Marriage provides an emotional support system that can indirectly contribute to career success and physical health, reducing healthcare costs in the long run. And this is a fact because my wife, she'd be making me go to the doctor. She'd be making me get my feet fixed to get pedicures and stuff. She'd be making me get my back cracked, all this type of stuff. She hired a stretch coach for me because I'd be too tight. She'd be taking care of your boy. And she'd be randomly applying for jobs for me. I'd get email notification saying, congratulations, you applied for whatever. Then I go to her like, yo, you applied for something for me? Like, what's this? Then I read the description. I'm like, this damn near the president of the whole company. I don't think I'm qualified. And she'd be like, babe, you can do that job. It's basically what you're doing now. And I'd be like, yeah, I guess I can do it. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Those are my pros. I know it's a counter argument for everything I named, but I'm just putting it out there. I don't really care if you disagree or not. I'm just letting you know what I think the pros are. And there are a whole lot more that I didn't even get into. But everybody only ever talks about the cons and why it's a bad idea. But I think it's a good idea, especially if you correctly vet the person that you're about to marry or even date seriously. A lot of people don't know how to ask the right questions. A lot of people don't even meet people's family and see how they living before they get involved with somebody or even listen. A lot of people don't take the time to listen to what people say because everybody complains about men and everybody complains about women. But this is the easiest day and age to deal with somebody because if you listen close enough, they're going to tell you exactly who they are and exactly what they want. They might even post it on social media because that's the age we live in. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. If you need help putting a budget together or anything related to that matter or anything related to this video, shoot me an email. Link is in the description. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that. Real Ninja Finance.
Real Ninja Finance. I've been a man and they all love me, tired of being broke. Quit living check to check and now I'm trying to feed my folk. Ain't gotta make the cash stretch now. We stacking up the assets now. Ain't gotta make the cash stretch now. We stacking up the assets now. I'm getting it out the mud and I ain't had to sling that dope. I got up off my ass and I quit living off a hope. Ain't gotta make the cash stretch now. We stacking up the assets now. Ain't gotta make the cash stretch now. We stacking up the assets now. Hey.